giving this space. Just recently, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic, Atiku Abubakar, was reported to have called for a merger of opposition parties as a way of checkmating the inordinate drive of the ruling APC towards one-party state and protecting our hard-earned democracy. The NNPP sees this call from Atiku Abubakar as patriotic and a welcome development for which we unreservedly commend him. The NNPP, however, has modifications and to that collaboration being proposed by the former President Atiku Abubakar. It is our belief that such an arrangement shall be all-encompassing and broad. To the former Vice President, Paul, our party notes that this was the same bold initiative which the opposition parties signed off in 2015 and which enabled the merger that lead to the defeat of the then ruling party, PDP. To that extent, the NNPP is reiterating its position that the former Vice President latest call is a proposal we applaud wholeheartedly. However, as we stated earlier, while we fully embrace the initiative and applaud it as a matter of necessity, the NNPP is looking at this issue from a much larger perspective and considering all factors inherent in it. Our party, without any iota of doubt, is open to collaboration, alliance, and any arrangement with any of or all political parties, including PDP, Labour Party, and also APC, so long as such collaboration, alliance, or arrangement will be in the utmost interest of Nigerians people and the protection and consolidation of Nigerians' democracy. At this moment, we are studying the mood of the country and the political atmosphere. NNPP will welcome from any political parties any initiatives and oblige any invitation towards discussing any arrangement aimed at protecting our people, our democracy, and toward the much desired accelerated and sustainable development of our country, and mindful of the populist profile of the NNPP, which draws it is strange from our well thought out Constitution and Manifesto, as well as the robust Concoursia movement dedicated to the emancipation of the common man. It is for this singular reason of being a refuge of succor for the oppressed and largely dispossessed majority of our society that the Concoursia movement and indeed the NNPP are consolidating and spreading its wings across communities in Nigeria, north, south, east, and the west, and beyond the shores of our country. It is worthy of note that just a few months to the 2023 election, the Concoursia movement and the TNM moves into NNPP, a relatively unknown party without widespread structure, and was able to win Kano State for the NNPP as it did in 2019 on the platform of the PDP. We were victims of injustice. That painful experience in 2019 is still fresh in our mind of all NNPP and Concoursia supporters worldwide. After winning resoundingly in a fresh and fair Kano State 2023 governorship election, like in 2019, today we look up to the Supreme Court to uphold our hard-earned victory at default. Two of the same injustice will be too much of a pain to bear. In addition, the NNPP won 2 senatorial seats, 19 Federal House of Representative seats, and over 30 state assembly seats across the country within the short period of its new nomenclature. Despite sponsored crises and challenges, we are confident that the NNPP will continue to provide the necessary alternative in our political space. This we will do without any produce to join in force with all other interested parties and like minds towards peace, security, progress, development, and protection of our democracy and the overall interests of the country. NNPP believes in the unity of political parties and politicians. A necessary ingredient for peace, tranquility, and development. We are therefore calling on politicians in the country to ensure decisiveness, bitterness, and rancor in the interest of our people. We believe in the rules of law, and that is why we always run to the judiciary to support our faith in the judiciary remains unshaken despite some happenings within the section of the bench. We are therefore using this medium to call on the judiciary to live up to its billings by delivering justice at all times. Like Kano State, we are in the court to claim the mandate given to our Taraba State governorship candidate, Professor Mohammed Yahya Sani, in March 18 election, to whom the majority of the voters in Taraba gave their vote. We hope justice will be served to NNPP and the people of Kano State as well as Taraba State as we put a close in the to the 2023 election. I thank you very much. It's really open for discussion, for welcome people. 10 people will leave you, another 50 people will join you tomorrow. So it's in line of the principles of our political parties that we are open for discussion. There is nothing bad in it. Politics is always open, our doors are open. But we didn't reach or make any commitment. Either we're going to join PDP to bury our name, NNPP, or with APC, or with Labour Party, or with any of the political parties. What we are saying, we are open for discussion. And what you ask will come later, by the time the discussion, if there is any, by the time the discussion is going on, then it was that will be on that process will now reach to conclusion on what finally we're now going to decide. So it's just open. Our doors are open. That's all what we are saying. And what the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar said is a welcome development, because you are aware that in 2015 the victory that rushed out the People's Democratic Party is as a result of merger within the parties that rule out the People's Democratic Party. So what we are saying is straightforward, that our doors are open, but we didn't go into any commitment that we are joining force with any of the political party, either to change our name or whatever.